great fun.
I'm not against the Azir pick. I think they needed.
I'm just against it because it's not functioning properly.
I would have loved to have seen a Jarvan accompany that Azir.
Yeah.
I know I said Jarvan in the last matchup, but again, Jarvan's a really strong jungler.
He is.
And yeah, he has a gap closer. He's able to start a fight, and with good follow up with an Azir, also it means people just get shoved around. That's really good zone control. Then Jarvan can build relatively tankily, whereas Olaf kind of gets tanky, but not sorta. He just kind of runs at you.
He's kind of weird, yeah.
And it looks like the proper ban Zed this game. I'm not really surprised at that by any sort of stretch of the imagination.
That was a really scary Zed. Like, he laned it really well, too. He dodged so much harass. It was actually pretty impressive.
And it looks like another Corki ban.
They really don't want to deal with him.
Yeah.
I went and looked. Optimus Tom barely even plays Corki, too, which is interesting.
Well, as you saw in the last game, though, they're not afraid to switch lanes, to switch up their game plan.
This is very true.
So I think that's where the rundown kind of just said, hey, you know what? I'm going to do this, you do this, and there's the Sona ban. So they're denying Days Sona. A bunch is like, yo, Urgot. Are you afraid of Urgot? But you can't pick Soraka with Urgot this time, though. You can't mana battery him, which is unfortunate.
Top lane Urgot's legit, though.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not amazing outside of lane, but he's pretty legit in lane.
Oh, and blue team says...
And it's the Caitlyn again.
Caitlyn. They're going to just stick with Caitlyn.
It's worth noting that this time the rundown ban Sona. They're just having none of that.
Yeah, they're like, no, you pick another champion this time. Ezreal gets locked in. Now, that's something new.
And the credible mushroom is trolling his teammate.
Possibly. He might just go Poppy jungle. Who knows? I don't know.
He might pick Poppy. He would still be trolling his teammate even if he did pick Poppy, though.
Is he going to pick Poppy? And give Poppy
a
100% win rate in the podcast beatdowns? No, maybe prom.
I would enjoy it.
Yeah, no, it'd be great.
I mean, it is worth remembering. Last time, Optimus Tom did in fact play Poppy, which I'm pretty sure he now immensely regrets ever having done. But he did play Poppy last time.
Why would he regret playing his favorite champion in the world? I don't understand.
I have no idea.
Oh, right. They did ban Rumble this game. Pone saying, yeah, maybe Rumble. It looks like the proper is going back to the tried and true, what won them game 1.
Yeah.
And they're picking sort of more of a pick composition with a little bit of team fight spiced in between.
It's a pretty solid, like, their team 1 comp it worked well for them, and it didn't really fall in the same pitfalls their second game did.
No, yeah,
We're gonna go back to the at least in the.
It's a strong Rumble? Team fight. You can't discount the equalizer.
Exactly. They bring good pick. They got good team fight, and they got decent disengage. Like, it's well rounded.
Yeah.
But they can't do the exact same comp because of the lack of Sona. So
with these two as well, this also does most likely secure an AD mid laner for Claude, with that double AP coming out of the jungle and top lane.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him either pick Pantheon or somebody else he's more accustomed to. I'm not quite sure.
I feel like I'd expect the mid Pantheon again, but I don't know.
I think they're waiting to see what Red Team decides to pick for their 2 picks. Gnar again. They're happy with Gnar.
They really like the Gnar.
They also like Teemo apparently as well. That's not Poppy.
Yeah. Teemo. Yeah.
That's okay. There you go. Good job. Thank you, Mont.
Do it, do it, do it.
No guts, no glory. Oh, looks like they're gonna go again.
You're no fun, Mott. Come on, man. And
Days,
it is a Zyra for Days.
Days says, you took away my mage, I'll give you another mage. Which Zyra is another scary champion who could do a lot of work from afar. So, I mean, let's talk about great disengages. Days on Zyra.
Yep. Lots of good disengage there.
So that's very strong disengage potential here from the proper. What are they going to finish up this lineup with? Especially with Days on Zyra, that's a lot of AP. They can just lock in a Pantheon and say, okay, let's do
I
this.
feel like you have to do an AD mid now.
Yeah, Pantheon would fit their composition well. Very strong early
I'm
game.
assuming it's a Pantheon, but they're waiting on it pretty good and long.
Yeah, I think he's like going, well, maybe I could pick this champion, yada, yada, yada. They might go Ziggs.
Maybe.
That's going to mean...
I would leave them really AP heavy, though.
Yeah, that would be 4 or 5, yeah. That means Punch needs to get ahead. Yep, there you go. The Claude saying we'll go Ziggs. Cyril's like, go Poppy. Now, Cyril wouldn't mind playing Poppy. I know Cyril. Cyril's like, yeah, we'll play Poppy. Or okay, just all the troll picks. Okay. All right. What else you got, Cyril? Karma? Okay. What else you got?
They should pick Victor. That's my vote.
Yeah.
But I am a little bit biased.
You are. Last time I checked, you like Victor, right?
Just a little. He's actually hovering on the Karma again. Are they actually seriously considering the Karma mid? Jinx, wait, what?
Oh, that might be an Ezreal mid lane.
Is that an AP Ezreal?
That might be an AP Ezreal.
Interesting.
Okay.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Well, it's an AP Ezreal against the Ziggs.
Yeah. I feel like I like the Ziggs better in that matchup.
I do too.
I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of AP Ezreal.
It depends who's playing the AP Ezreal.
I just feel like there's so many other champions just kind of do the same thing but better. Like Ziggs basically does the same thing but better. Poke and wave clear, pretty much, and he doesn't have that great wave clear outside of his ult.
It's a very safe AP mid laner.
Yeah,
I will say that much. You don't see it all that often, but if it's pulled off well, it can do wonders. We'll see how it does.
that it can.
It's definitely an interesting pick. It's off kilter, and it's not meta by any stretch of the imagination. But then again, if you're comfortable with the champion, you go for it and you go for the win. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. And that's, all that being said, their team fight actually looks really scary on the side of the rundown. We're talking about 2 global ultimates.
Yeah.
I feel like we're going to see some explosive fights this game. I don't know about you, Spork.
Is that a Ziggs spawn?
Yes.
I feel like that's a Ziggs spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
mean, it could be a Jinx pun too. She's got Super Mega Death Rocket.
This is true.
You know.
I feel like the proper might be a little light on CC. Like they've got Cocoon.
Yeah.
They have Zyra Root.
Uh-huh.
And they have the super delayed Zyra knockup. And then the minor knockback from a Ziggs. Like that's a lot. That's not much in the way of actually reliable CC at all.
It's Zyra Ultimate Equalizer Ziggs Bomb. If you're alive, how?
Oh yeah, no. If they catch you in the middle of that, that's problematic. But it's nothing's really immediate, right? Like the Zyra root's pretty consistent. Cocoon's somewhat consistent. Zyra ult is massively inconsistent because it's so like you have so much time to say get out of this zone. You
not
can still
if
catch
they're...
people, but it's inconsistent in doing so. If they have flash or whatever, they're gone.
It's Equalizer, Zyra Ultimate, Ziggs Bomb. Goodbye.
Yeah,
that's the skill order.
If people get caught in it, yeah, they're dead. I feel like it's easier to get out. Like it's a lot easier to get out than say an Amumu ult, right?
No, there is Amumu ult's there. Boom, it's done.
Exactly.
Blue teams, or the proper's fight is if somebody gets grasping roots and they follow that up with a good Equalizer, followed by a really good Zyra Ultimate, followed by a really good Ziggs Bomb. What team do you have
I'm not saying terrible.
anymore?
I'm just saying it's just a little inconsistent. I feel. I don't know. I'm not saying it's going to cause them problems. I'm just saying it has a potentiality to cause them some problems.
No, I don't think so at all. You say that as if the rundown has a lot of reliable CC on their own right. They have the Gnar ultimate, they've got Braum, and they have a Mumu. I like what blue team has in terms of CC a lot better than I do like the red team.
Yeah.
Blue team has CC in spades.
Have a fair bit.
Amumu has a rough time walking into this team. This blue team's like, we disengage, we CC, and we pick very well. Don't fight us in the jungle, you die. Red team's pretty safe. In all fairness, they have a good Braum ultimate to back them up. Gnar is good for zone control, throwing rocks at people. But I like blue team's composition a little bit more. We are going to be going into the loading screen. That's my cue to switch scenes and go, pop, there you go. This is the final round, ladies and gentlemen. We've seen one go to the proper. We've seen one go to the rundown. We are at the final matchup here. Will the proper even up the series games at 1-1? Or will the rundown say, no, 2-0? We're the superior podcast and players. We'll see. Spork, what are your thoughts? Who do you think is going to win this? Who's going to take it?
I think it depends on if the proper learned their lesson after the last game.
Okay.
About being too, like, not sure greedy's really the word, but, like, uppity. Like after the first game, there was a lot of... Like, it just felt like last game, they saw the first game, they won it, and they went, oh, well, this is going to be easy. Let's just run over them. And that cost them a lot early. If that doesn't happen again, I feel like it should probably go to the proper. But you kind of go either way.
Here we go. Pause is done, guys. Items are being picked up as we speak. Yeah, I think the proper learned their lesson. They realized that they need to pick a composition that actually is very strong, synergizes well. It is a 4 AP composition. That all being said, that's still a lot of damage.
Yeah.
The rundown has to itemize for it. So some early AP. And you know what? Interestingly enough, that Ezreal is not going to be an AP Ezreal. It looks like it's going to be an AD Ezreal in the mid lane.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Even rarer than an AP Ezreal is an AD Ezreal mid lane.
It's a safe... I've been seeing a lot of marks being played in the mid lane. Just because it's...
I don't hate it. It's just not something you see very often.
If they have a viable escape like a Tristana Rocket Jump, a Corki Jump, or an Ezreal Astral Shift, they're fine going in the mid lane.
Yep. It does bring a scary amount of tower push.
Yep.
For the rundown. If they get a hit early, like towers are just going to evaporate from double AD. Wow. The Claude, please.
And Braum's got the bird flash fight. Well, flash for flash, it was completely worth it. Nobody saw a thing. Don't worry.
We totally saw that. Sorry to Claude. We completely saw that.
I don't know what you're talking about. That didn't happen. Flash is always on cooldown.
I didn't take flash. I took exhaust.
I took the delayed flash talent point that delays flash on full cooldown when you start the game.
Exactly.
We are going to be seeing standard starts from the junglers, though. They're all both going to start in the bot lane. No cheeky invades, no shenanigans. It's just, okay, let's just start lanes. Let's go. Let's have a fair fight. Let's get it on. Just bombs being thrown there. Day's taking a little bit of poke. Gotta be careful on Zyra. Zyra's about as squishy as Sona is, which, that's saying something.
She's squishy, but she hurts something fierce.
Yeah, absolutely. Zyra's doing a good amount of poke, which is one of Braum's weaknesses, is a strong poke lane. Can really punish Braum.
Zyra can actually do quite well against Braum compared to most, because she can very easily, even if you just put shield up, she can just drop a plant behind him and laugh.
Yep.
It's like, hey, look, your shield's pointed the wrong way, bro.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of Zyra's damage just isn't blocked by the shield as well. It's a lot of AoE damage. It's just, Zero Box getting close to becoming Meganar. Pone absolutely respecting it. Which, Pone hasn't been giving up very many kills in this top lane. It's usually when we get to the mid game where he's running around saying, I'm going to do his ear things where he dies.
Yeah.
So he's Standoff. They're pinging up the Elise. They know she's in the jungle.
Nice word.
Yeah.
Watching for the Elise
Who does land. Are they going to be able to capitalize on this is the question, and the answer is no. Nara is
that's a
roaming down
nice
the top
word
lane.
there, though, by the rundown.
Yeah.
After the last couple games, they're like, "Hey, we know what you're gonna do here, Chera.
Yeah.
We're just gonna stick that word right there,
Yes.
so we know when you're coming."
Correct. So it's good work. That's identifying just jungle patterns, and that's when you talk about game sense in jungler sense, you realize that people have a pattern, and if you start adapting to those patterns and dealing with their own habits, you're able to capitalize on little things like that. Cheer wasn't able to pick up anything out of that, wasted a little bit of time in the jungle, and didn't get anything for that effort, so good job there. Still more poke coming in here. That's a scary lane, Caitlyn and Zyra.
That it is. Zyra's also one of the scariest supports if she gets ahead.
Uh-huh.
Because she just builds, like, if she gets ahead, she just builds like a mid laner.
Yep.
And just runs you over.
Just get a sight zone, Nimi Leandries. I'll get some sword shoes. Let's do some damage, shall we?
Exactly. Pretty quiet game right now.
Yeah. Nothing too surprising going on. It's just people farming. This is the final game. They don't want to hand this off way too early. Pone turning the heat up on Serial. He's just going to back it away.
Israel is a little ahead in the CS mid lane, but he's getting poked out has been getting poked out so hard this game. Like, he already used all his potions and had to back before the Claude even used a single pot.
And he actually goes tier, so it looks like we're going to be seeing a blue build Ezreal.
It's looking like a blue build.
Hey, yeah. I don't know where else you'd go with tier. Which is going to mean a couple of things here with the mid lane Ezreal. It means, number one, he's not going to have significant damage coming into the mid game. He has to stack up that tier. So, if they identify this, they can secure a good early dragon, give them a small gold advantage, and take advantage of the fact that he doesn't have that power spike. So they have a window which they can be really effective. Pone coming in trading pretty good against Gnar, doing a lot better on the Rumble than he did on Azir.
Oh, the poke on Braum is legit, though.
Machira, once again, just invading the jungle, just forcing them to respond to him.
He's not a back shit either.
No, he has not. Neither has Declad. He might want to consider just clearing a wave and getting some items here very soon.
He is starting to run low on mana.
Mm-hmm. And we've got Punch and Dace continuing to assault this bottom tower.
Yeah, that tower's not long for this world.
And as Dom Nanam was saying earlier in Twitch chat as well, he was talking about with Braum in particular, maybe Ancient Coin a better option. I tend to agree. Braum's really never going to be in a safe spot to farm and actually farm that Relic Shield effectively.
This lane, no, he's just trying to survive poke really right now.
Extra mobility will help them out significantly heading into that mid game, especially with an equalizer, that Zyra ultimate. Being able to get out of that danger is important.
Yeah, and the Shirley's late game, it's just straight like the best of the support items.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so good. It's nearly impossible to overrate just how significant a giant speed buff team-wide is.
Yeah.
Just being able to desert people so hard.
Yeah, just being able to get out of danger or go into adventure.
Exactly.
More harass going on. Source Shoes, first item build on Rumble. No surprise there.
Look at that CS disadvantage bot lane, though.
Yes.
That's just disgusting.
It's a hard lane to farm, unfortunately, for Jinx until she gets that range with the rockets. But that's going to be a very, very early tower, which puts these guys really dangerous if this lane pushes out.
There's pretty much no lane better at pushing towers than the Zyra Caitlyn. They've just got so much range.
Yes. And without a tower...
Zyra's range is almost the same as Caitlyn's auto attack-wise.
Mm-hmm.
625 and 650.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, we've got to fight the bot lane. Exhaust goes on to Zyra. And we've got a little bit of a sortie coming in here in the jungle. Braum is taking dangerous low. Cheer Jaden's going really deep for this. He wants it. Will he get first blood? Yes, he does. And now Jake's is currently on the wrong side there. She gets rooted up. She's going to take a ton of damage. Punch picking up a kill. Ezreal's looking to try and convert some kills off that. Will be able to get it. No, he's got the actual shift out. Cheer Jaden doing the dance of life. Can he get out of there? He's going to find a Mumu. He's going to take a little bit of damage. Crucial Sand Mummy is going to secure the kill. Mumu picking it up. He's going to run on out of there. Ezreal is going to be able to get out of there safely. A 2-for-1 in favor of the proper. Not too shabby.
Yeah, that was certainly an interesting fight.
Yeah.
I mean, even making it 2-for-1, I think was a win for the rundown there, though.
Oh, Serial's going in. He's going to become Mega Gnar. Here's the elbow. Here's the Gnar move. Can Pwn escape this? No, he cannot. Gotta respect the transformation sequence. And that's going to be another kill there for the rundown. See, that's what happens when you start talking about people not losing their lanes. They lose their lanes.
They start losing lanes.
Yeah, never tell anybody they're doing well in game or they do horribly.
I'm curious what the Zyra Caitlyn are going to do now. Are they going to try and pressure tier 2 bot, or are they going to rotate mid and just start running towers down?
The minion
That's
wave,
the question.
The minion wave's frozen. For Caitlyn Zyra to push out at that point is going to be very dangerous. So going into mid,
they're moving like they're going bot, at least at first. But it seems like it's risky and it'd be smarter just to go mid.
It depends if that wave decides to push here pretty soon. But Zyra has the option to roam at this point and start putting some pressure in this mid lane. Zyra and Ziggs is very scary. Zyra's going to have her ultimate up here very soon. And it looks like they're rotating towards Dragon. Without that bottom tower, they're going to be able to pressure this pretty easily. They're standing on a ward at the moment that just expired. There's the Ezreal ultimate. It does a little bit of damage. And we got teleport coming in from Pwn to help secure this dragon. Good movements for these guys. It might not have been absolutely...
pretty much a free dragon. There's no way they can fight this.
Might not have been absolutely necessary to burn that teleport, but that does mean Pwn can just turn around and shove this mid lane. Ziggs going to use that ultimate, clear that wave, and they're just going to back away from this. It looks like they're just going to shove this mid lane down. Or head top. They're just going to chase kills. Nope, they're going to get some wards out. Look at the zone as much as they can. Here comes the Equalizer onto Ezreal. He's going to have the Astral Shift out of there now. Mumu is currently caught between a rock and a hard place. The heat is turned on. One more hit. Chira flashed it over, securing that kill. He says, I need this. I want this. Give it to me. And this is going to be a mid tower here for the proper. Braum's coming around the side. I don't know if you want to go that way. He might get caught out. But Jinx is going to do some work on this bottom tower. Will she be able to escape in time is the question. Oh, Braum looks like they're turning their mind on to Braum. They find Braum. Flick of a switch. Can they actually get it? No. Cheer Jane's going to have to jump up in the air. Oh, that might mean his death. He's going to have to try and run away from this. He will get away. So close. That bottom tower, does it actually go down? It doesn't appear so. That bottom tower actually stayed up. Optimus Prime realizing that I really can't stick around too much longer. This may mean the death of me gets out of there alive.
It's nice to note that Daze is apparently thinking the same way we are. And going, who needs Sightstone early? We're winning this so hard. I'm just going to start rushing towards the Leandries.
Yep.
I mean, it's going to cost him in ward coverage. But that Zyra is going to be really scary.
Yeah, when you're in a situation when you're winning, you want to win more.
Yep.
And that's what we're seeing there.
Zyra with Leandries wins quite hard.
Yeah, it's Sightstone.
Oh, there's Sightstone. There we go. Ah, it's best of both worlds. Actually, if you look at how, with all the free farm Optimus Tom's on it, he's actually ahead in CS now.
Yep. He is in fact now.
Down like 40.
Yep. Yeah, that current
CS has gotten like no CS if they left lane hardly at all.
Yeah, that's one of the struggles when you get it. Or when you get an early tower like that, you have two options. You can either just let minion waves die at tower, which they could have probably extrapolated that laning phase a little bit longer just to force a stronger deficit. But because the minion wave shoved pretty hard, it allowed Optimus Tom just to farm for as long as he needed to, get caught up, and now he is A-OK. And we're looking only at a 2K gold lead, so, you know, good farming. Sometimes it's not necessary to push away. If you just let it sit and you just farm it for a little while, just get caught up, you're good to go.
Exactly.
Oh no, Mumu might be caught out there. It's going to be a ton of damage. Crucial Sad Mummy is not what you need to do there. He's going to go down. Cheer Jaden's like going, hey, let's just get out of here. We got the blue buff. Let's go. Oh, Mott's going to be taking a lot of damage. Unfortunately, he's going to get locked up, and a good Peacemaker. It's going to be another kill here for the Proper, and they're going to continue to push these advantages.
This is looking a bit like a repeat of Game 1.
A little bit, yes. They are just shoving these lanes down as fast as possible.
Just going for the fast rotations and just wreaking havoc, really.
Correct. They're going to be
much crisper.
Might not be able to get this mid tower. Oh, no, there's the minion wave. I take that back. They're just going to go ahead and just grab this. Really can't stop them at this point. Or maybe not.
Maybe they can.
Oops. Maybe one more auto attack. Maybe two more. That was actually pretty low. Yeah, good movements here for the Proper this game. They also have a very good composition where their ultimates really synergize together, and when they're off cooldown, they're really scary.
Oh yeah, if you get caught in the middle, if you get caught like in the jungle or something with those ults, if you don't have flash, you're dead. It's going to take up the entire jungle pathway, and you're going to get massacred.
Yeah. And that's exactly what we've been seeing, is if anybody's caught out just a little bit, you just press a bunch of buttons, press R, you create the Venn diagram of death and say, nope. Sorry, guys. Ezreal Ultimate just shooting off across the sky, going to help clear up a mini wave, try and get things shoving. Dragon's up in 1:30, and the Proper is probably waiting for that moment to pick their next fight. Rundown, in the meantime, is just trying to shove down this mid lane and create some pressure somewhere. Chira finally finished the Spirit of the Ancient Golem. Looks like he's going again in that tanky build, just getting that CDR on Elise being a tanky force. Get that Giant's Belt. Last game he built a Sunfire Cape. I wouldn't be surprised to see it a second time around.
Yeah. I'd imagine likely.
Dragon up in 1 minute. Looks like we're going to be seeing some ward coverage coming up.
Yeah, they're all in a lot of likelihood they're just going to start a dragon fight.
Yep.
Or at least start the dragon. Because, like, they have a Rumble. He's the king of dragon fights.
They have a Rumble.
They're going to say, we're taking this dragon. You can come fight us. Go nuts. Please do try.
It's Rumble, Zyra, Ziggs. If they just show up to the area, they're like, oh, hey. No. We'll take 2 kills and a dragon. But in the meantime,
exactly.
looks like the rundown saying, we know we can't get dragon. Let's get as many towers as we can in this top lane. And the Proper says, you know what? No. They're going to take this tower. Ezreal has to Astral Shift out of the Equalizer. And it looks like the Proper is going to continue to push. Or maybe. Rumble is going to be teleporting top lane, but he doesn't have his Equalizer.
To deal with that push.
Yeah. You have to deal with that in the meantime. Oh, Cheer's going a little bit deep. He wants to pick up a kill. Not going to find it. Daze is taking a ton of tower shots. Will she go down? Yeah! Oh, yes!
Yo!
Good! Super Mega Death Rocket is going to help secure that kill. And now the Proper has to back off. Getting a little too greedy there, unfortunately. Is going to convert a kill. Big bomb in the back from Ziggs. Not going to find anybody. And that's going to stall the pressure here from the Proper for just a little while. Caitlyn. Punch It Al's been actually doing really well. He hasn't been getting caught out at all.
No, he's playing really well as Caitlyn.
I honestly don't know how many. Yeah, I don't know how many deaths he's had overall in these 3 games. But I'd
be surprised if it's more than 1 or 2.
Yeah,
like, he's just not dying. Oh, that is a lot of low people.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, Rundown can't contest this dragon. They're way too low.
No.
They don't have near enough ultimates to really contest this. Wouldn't be surprised seeing Ezreal ultimate fly across the sky here in about a few seconds to try and just snipe away this.
The Proper is backing
They're actually trying to contest this. I don't know if this is what they want to do at this point. Good lockup, good bomb. Flash gets burnt. There's the Ezreal ultimate. Here comes the Strangle Thorns. And Amumu jumps in and gets knocked up. He might just get blown up. Yes, he does. Zyra is still alive somehow. She'll finally go down.
There's the Equalizer.
There's that Equalizer that they were waiting for. They were just waiting for their time to shine. And that's going to be 3 kills for the Proper. And the only person that goes down is the Plant. Who cares? Next. Up to Mega Death Rocket. Oh, Chira. Oh, Chira.
Oh. That was sketchy.
It's a little close, but they do secure Dragon and then just back off from that. Pushing the gold lead to about 4.5K. Not too shabby. And now everyone goes back to base, picks up some items. Caitlyn picking up that Infinity is saying, let's pick a fight, shall we? I got a zeal on Optimus Tom. I think I fancy my chances. Leandry's completed finally on Ponophobia. He decided that Hex Tech maybe not have been the best item to pick on him. Oops. He's like, oh, we're not in Season 2? My apologies.
Yeah. Double Leandry's, though, from the proper. That's going to burn a little.
Yeah. No.
Any kind of fight, it's just going to be just pain everywhere.
Pain everywhere. And unfortunately, not even really had a completed item yet. Amumu's still going in that Rod of Ages, and he's behind this game. In the last game, he was able to get away with it, but Rod of Ages this game is going to be super late for this to come out.
So late. Again, yeah. I mean, if you're playing, like, top Amumu or something weird like that, where you didn't have to buy a jungle item first, it'd be amazing.
If you're looking to do a little bit more damage...
But it's just so late.
I feel like if you're looking to do a little bit more damage and you want some health to boot, I would have almost liked to have seen a Rallies coming out of Amumu. Because then you've got the passive that helps out significantly and helps with your kiting potential. But
yeah, Rallies would have been quite nice.
Rod of Ages is going to take forever to scale up, and unfortunately, Amumu's behind. Little mushroom guy, come on, do it, I believe. But now it's a great standoff. Just farming lanes, pushing around. Looks like the Proper's looking for their next objective on the map. And it looks like they want that top tower. And they're looking to they're warding up that top side. Look at that. They're just getting that vision control. They're just going to have that completely covered. Now they're going to shove up this top lane and just get this top tower. And Cereal Box is going to be in a bit of trouble if he sticks around too long. A little bit of fighting. Nothing too big going on.
Just kind of poking back and forth in mid lane. We both going over to the Ziggs. It's always good times.
It's interesting that I don't know. I feel like Proper should be a little bit more aggressive right now. They've got a little bit of a gold lead. They have a great team fight, and they have it. The rundown hasn't itemized for it yet. They have no MR on their side, aside from a pair of Merc Treads.
The thing is, while they have a great team fight, they don't really have great engage to go with it. Like they're almost more of a counter engaged team fight type.
I feel like a good
like,
rumble all here in the next 20 seconds might be what makes this fight.
Definitely. Like you can catch people out with it, but it's not amazing to engage, right? Like you got a cocoon on one person maybe. But like Zyra, it's like the fight started and then you drop it down, you're not going to catch somebody with it. And the Rumble ult, you'd rather have them be caught before you use it, really.
I agree.
So, I don't know. They're just kind of, they're in a tricky position because like, we want to fight, but we don't have a good way to force it.
Yeah, it's true.
We want to bait you into engaging in a fight, and then we murder you.
It's waiting on that cocoon to strangle, or not strangle thorns, but grasping roots to land, and then capitalizing off of that. So I did go back to base. Looks like she's picking up some items real quick. The standoff continues. We're at the 21-minute mark. I do respect the Proper. Apparently, is just respecting them as well. Like we can't play too aggressive there. One little throw could turn this game completely around.
They're certainly playing like it's a lot closer than it is right now. It's like a 5K, it's a 4.5, 5K gold lead, but they're playing like it's within 100 gold.
Yeah, you're just waiting. I almost want to just see that equalizer just drop. Just slow them down long enough for everyone to collapse on these guys. They've got what they need. They just need to. They need to create pressure elsewhere as well. They need to start splitting up this rundown. Dragging up in a minute. It looks like that may be where they want to go. Here comes the jump. Zyra's a little caught out. Here comes the equalizer that they were waiting for. Here's the fight. They're getting slowed down, but they got no follow-up with that. Ace of the hole is going to be enough. No, they're going to go ahead and block that, but that's a lot of damage on the rundown. Now they're burning their ults just to clear that wave out, but a little bit of a catch there. Almost converts a kill, but Daze does burn flash, gets out of there. Now we're still at a standoff at this point.
Yeah.
The Super Mega Inferno Bomb is coming up here soon for Zig, so he's going to have a little bit more of that team fight presence. They still have Stranglethorns available. Dragon's going to be up in 30 seconds. I don't know if the Rundown really wants to pick this fight at Dragon, though.
Yeah, they're short 2 people from the proper right now, too, though. This is really bad timing for them.
Dragon's not up for 20 seconds, though. So
yeah.
they will be back in time for this fight. They're going to
They will
clear
be
out
back in
mini
time,
waves.
but they don't really have time to prep it so much.
No, not quite.
Like,
And if
they have no vision in there right now, whereas the Rundown's got tons.
Yeah, Rundown has some pretty strong vision control. They're going to need to go over there. But if you look at the Rundown, or the proper versus the Rundown, look at that. 4 sweep reports coming in from these guys, as opposed to just the 1 sweeper on Braum. We've been seeing a lot of that in professional play where it's in the mid-game, 4 sweepers and a scrying orb. You don't even have yellow wards in your pockets anymore.
Yeah.
We are going to be seeing the Dragon.
Here they
fight.
go starting the Dragon.
Oh, we got teleport coming in from Rumble. Will that be enough to scare him off? Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah,
Oh, Rumble might be a little bit caught out. He's going to take a
no.
ton of damage. He's got the flash out. There's the equalizer. It's just going to slow them up for a little bit. Here's Super Mega Inferno Bomb doing a ton of damage. Incredible Mushrooms taking dangerous little Cheer James got the flash out of there. Ace of the hole. Is it going to be enough? No. Meanwhile, Daze is just trying to zone what she can. So many low health bars. And Punch is still alive, ladies and gentlemen. Punch looking to here clean up this fight. And there's the ace. The triple kill for Mr. Punchinello. We talk about safe marksmen and what they do for your team composition. They clean up team fights. And when you have all the AoE damage, that's all you need to do. And there's a Dragon.
That was... Wow. The Rundown was so low for so long in that fight before Punch just showed up and was like, and you're dead, and you're dead, and you're dead. Boom, boom, boom. But, like, that was... I almost thought they were going to somehow manage to micro that out and survive with, like, no HP. That was insane.
Yeah, Punch is an incredible... I don't want to, like, over-talk about Punch, but Punch is an incredibly safe marksman. And when you have a lot of AoE damage that the proper has, all he needs to do is just do damage consistently. And he went in exactly when he needed to and just cleaned up the fight. Days, they only lost 2 members in that fight. Oh, looks like we have another fight going on. Pone's caught out once again. Here we go. Nara's going to jump in. He's going to turn into Megadar, drop the sick elbow, pick up the kill, and try and run away from the Super Mega Death Rocket. It's going to do some work, but Elise jumps and rappels on out of the danger, but it's still dangerously low.
Ezreal.
There's the Ezreal, but you can't rappel from it from a second time. And it looks like the Rundown is looking to do some more work. Punchinello is still around in the area, and they have to be especially careful because he is getting ahead. He's 7-0-4, and that's where the gold is here on the proper.
Yeah.
Oh, Punch is just going to do some damage. You got to be careful. There's an Infinity Edge. A couple of crits. There it is. Ace in the hole. Goodbye. Oh.
He hits like a truck right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, and you look at upgrade to semi. Credible Mushroom. You're on the wrong side in the jungle, buddy.
You are in the very wrong place right now, sir.
And Punchinello has a red buff. He just needs to get that auto attack. There it is. Daze is going to lock him up. Credible Mushroom, you have nowhere to go. Bye-bye.
Rip.
I said it out in Twitter a little while ago that Ponophobia was pretty boisterous about whether or not they were going to stomp the Rundown. And I said it's because of Punch, and I'm starting to agree with what I said earlier.
A little bit.
Punch is
carrying them so hard.
Punch has very strong positioning mechanics. He just knows where he needs to stand and where to be, and when he needs to go aggressive, and that's just what he does.
So all you people out there looking to learn how to play AD carry, like this. This is how you want to play AD carry.
You stand where it's safe. You force the enemy to overextend to get to you, and then you continue to do damage. And then you clean up a fight. Oh, you want to see individual money. Here you go. There you go, guys. Sorry about that. It looks like the person with the most gold, unsurprisingly, is going to be Punchinello with close to 11,000 gold. And it looks like the rest of the proper... Yeah, the rest of the proper is pretty even up on gold. Second richest character is going to be Chira Jaden. He actually got a Quinque in his pocket. And on the side of the... Unfortunately, on the Rundown, they're a lot further behind. With it looks like Nar being the richest man on their team, and Braum's only at 5,000 gold. That's really rough for that guy.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's that gold numbers real quick. Sorry.
They're not super behind top and mid. Not even too bad jungle-wise, but the bot lane is where the proper is just so far ahead.
Yeah, the 9 kills on Punch is where the gold is at.
Chase as much money as the solo laners on the other team.
Yeah. 9 assists will do that for you.
That it will.
And now the proper with the Baron buff are saying, hey, let's go mid. Let's pick a fight. We have ultimates. Let's use them.
Yeah.
And with Punch at where he is on his build, he's got 3 damage items. Yeah, no, I would respect that all day long.
Oh, yeah. You do not want to get anywhere near him.
I almost wonder. Oh, Brahm's a little caught out there. That's going to be a ton of damage. There's the equalizer. And there's the ace in the hole. And Azutami has to take it along with the Mega Inferno Bomb. This is going to be an inhibitor tower for these guys easily. That's way too many low health bars. If they stick around for this, they still have the Strangle Thorns available if they need it. That's going to be a lot of damage on that mid tower. It takes a third of its life down. They're going to continue the siege. Yeah, they could do this too. They've got the Baron buff. They're just going to continue to regenerate health here. No problem whatsoever. Oh, Incredible Mushroom going to take more damage to the face. He burns Flash for that. Unfortunately, Ward's sometimes not worth it. Let your range carries take care of that. There we go. Zap's going to do a little bit of work there. They're just going to siege up this mid lane doing work. And unfortunately, they just have a problem dealing with that at this point. Without Jinx in the area, they can't really clear this wave. And this is going to be the inhibitor. Braum Ultimate's going to knock up 4, but he's just going to go down. There is no follow-up there. Tower is down. Are they going to push for this inhibitor? I don't see why they shouldn't.
Yeah, there's no reason not to.
Yeah, they're just going to keep pushing this up. Punch, again, just, well, punching away at the inhibitor. Yep, there you go. Boom. Inhibitor down. Let's go ahead and get on out of here. Dragon's going to be up in a minute. Let's push down this bot lane, pressure, and then fall back to Dragon.
Yep.
Oh, Super Galaxy Rumble. Your voiceovers are amazing.
It's pretty great.
And now Ezreal finally has Mirror Mana finished. He has a Sheen and a Brutalizer, and looks like a Vamp Scepter. So he's got a lot of pieces. He's starting to finally scale up and do damage, but I believe it's too little too late. We're talking about 11k gold lead at this point, close to 12k, and now adding a Dragon to said thing with a Baroned up proper.
Yeah.
This is a scary situation here.
I don't see how, unless the proper throws really hard multiple times in a row, how they don't win this.
It's Jinx has to get to that late game damage potential. They have to start itemizing MR. There's that Aegis finally coming in. That item, and I'm not criticizing. I'm not criticizing Mott because he has unfortunately a low income in this particular game because he just couldn't do much against Zyra.
He's just too poor to build it.
Yeah. Aegis needed to come out sooner. I would have liked to have seen Amumu build that. Honestly,
that would have been really huge on a Mumu.
Yeah,
or even the Nara even would be huge.
Yeah,
on somebody basically.
Yeah, they needed that locket a long time
he was
ago.
just too poor to afford it until now.
Yeah,
so somebody else has to pick up the slack when that happens. Really.
Yeah, agree 100%. Get some Banshee's Veils, get some more MR because this is what this game's gonna be about: is sustaining the damage that is the proper. They have a lot of AoE magic damage.
You can see they're starting to build armor.
Oh, there's the pick. There's the equalizer coming across, splitting up the rundown. Incredible Mushroom's going to try and jump in. Could use Curse of Sad Mummy, but Sheer Danger's just going to take damage. It's going to be a 1. No, he's going to rappel out of there. Nar's going to throw everybody under the tower. At least he's going to go down. Nar's going to go down as well as Rumble. So far, it's a 2-for-2 trade. They're going to back off. They're like, okay. Yeah, no, that was a little...
Punch is officially a magician.
Yeah.
He got, like, thrown into the tower by Nar. And then half a second later, he was out of there and he did not flash or heal. And he took no damage.
He is a mystical creature of wonder. And even though that was an even fight, they got a Nexus Tower off that. The Super Minion Wave does some work for them.
Yeah, like I was trying to mention before that whole news started. The thing is, like, they need the MR so bad, but they're being baited into buying armor because of how fed Punch is.
Yes. Oh, Punch does a lot of damage.
The thing is, he does a lot of damage, but most of the time he's cleaning up when everybody else is at like a third health. Like, they're already super low from the other harass. So, like, the magic damage is still really significant.
It's a really rough situation to be in because Punch is staying so safe in these fights. Even when he gets caught out a little bit, there's not enough follow-up to really convert any kills. And the rest of the proper is doing so much magic damage you can't get anywhere near him. That is a lot of protection. Protect the Punch comp works, even if it's a Caitlyn.
It's a pseudo protect the punch comp even. Like it's not even a standard comp. It's like, we're just gonna be so scary you can't even get to him.
We protect punch by killing everything as hard as possible.
Exactly.
They can't kill him if they're dead.
Best CC in the game, man.
Yeah, murder.
Exactly.
Just glide and just throwing bombs over the wall. There you go. Or snowballs.
Oh, and punches a QSS now, by the way.
Yep. So even more immunity to CC. That's good. Inhibitor's going to be up soon. Baron's going to be up in 25 seconds. And the proper has the entire top jungle warded. It's Christmas time over there. The lights are up. And they're going to look to either pick a bait out or just go start out Baron. Because the proper doesn't, or not, the rundown doesn't want to walk into the proper at this point. There's way too much damage.
They walk into them, they're dead.
Yep. There you go. Dave's just waiting for that binding. There you go. There's that. He's just going to lock up, do a ton of damage. And just continue to poke. That's something we didn't really talk about either. There's a lot of poke on both ends. But when you're this far ahead, when you're on the proper, it sticks. Oh, good rock. You know, it's a waiting game at this point. Who steps out of line? Who pops the ultimate first? Baron's the objective, but I feel like the proper needs to go and get that inhibitor and continue to pressure this mid lane and force someone to deal with that. Looks like they're going to rotate around. They're just going to try and shove this wave out.
I feel like they can just go shove mid.
Yep.
And even though they're giving position on Baron, it's pretty much a, well, you can either try and stop us and fail, or you can try and take Baron while we take your Nexus.
Well, the unfortunate part as well is the mini waves are shoving in favor of the rundown, so they have to start dealing with that eventually, unless Mott gets caught out and gets blown up.
Ooh, not a great rumble out there.
No, Equalizer...
But it's still a very dead Braum.
Yeah, it's a very dead Braum. That might be their cue to Baron. They still have a few ultimates under their belt.
Yeah.
They
still have Zig Zyra ult. That's still plenty.
The proper has the luxury of wasting an AoE ult because they have 2 more to spare.
Yep.
Oh, Ace the Hulk because, yes, no damage. Ezreal's getting super low. Here comes the ultimate from Ziggs. Not going to do much of anything.
Really do much.
But the rundown, or the proper, is still pushing down the mid lane. Well, here's the Flash Cocoon. It's going to land on Optimus Tom. Here's the jump in. Here's the damage. There it is. Ultimate coming in from Amumu. Isn't going to do much anything except kill Rumble, who's going to go down as well. And here comes the cleanup. Can they get anything else? No. This is going to be a 3-for-1. With the only casualty being Pwn, which... that's probably the most worth that's happened all day today. I also have to point out he had Zonius. Or no, he probably just built Zonius, didn't he? Yeah, he probably just did. No, he's had it.
I can't say I was looking. I think he's had it for a while.
No, he's had it for a while. Okay. This is the moment where people say you're bad at the game because you didn't use Zonius. It's those little tiny mistakes that keep you from being alive or dead.
Yep.
Gotta use Zonius. It's an amazing ability.
Is he seriously trying to 1v1 the Fed Caitlyn as Ezreal? It strikes me as a poor maneuver.
He has a lot of kite potential, so it's possible, but then again, it's also punch on Caitlyn.
He's chasing a Fed Caitlyn as Ezreal.
Yep.
It strikes me as a poor choice.
He has 2 completed items, to be fair. Iceborne Gauntlet and Mirror Mana, so he does have some damage under his belt. But I still wouldn't take that bet by any stretch of the imagination.
I still wouldn't try and take that fight.
No. Incredible Mushroom, building more health, but he has no resistances. With 2 Leandries, he has no MR. Something you got to keep in mind, too, is when you have 2 Leandries on the team, if you're building pure health, you're just wasting health. You got to get some MR in there eventually. Whether that be in the form of a Banshee's Veil or Spirit Visage. In this situation, Banshee's Veil would be better on a Mumu. You got to start building up those resistances. And Aegis is not going to be enough to cut it against this composition. Especially if they start building boys out. There's Stranglethorns. They're looking to try and find a fight there. Great. Equalizer's going to do some work. Rumble is going to take out Ezreal. And they're just going to take Baron in the meantime. That's a 2-man zoning potential. Ace in the hole. Going across. It's going to do some work. Cereal Box transforms at the last second, saying nothing.
Just in time.
Oh, but Braum's caught out. He's going to take a lot of damage. Will he go down? Oh, there's the flash. She says, I want this. Ziggs is going to secure that kill, saying, Pwn, you can't take that. Please. Rumble, though, is going to be punching Incredible Mushroom, and this may be game. There you go. That's how you use Zonius. Yeah. Good Zonius. This may be game. This may be it, ladies and gentlemen. The Trinity Force proper is going to win this 2-1 against the LCS Rundown. Congratulations! So overall, from between two series, it's 1-1. Congratulations, everybody.
Woohoo. That bot lane, though, from the proper was just disgusting.
Yeah, Punch is a potent marksman. I would never pick a fight with
Actually,
him.
gonna go look and see how many times he died.
Honestly, I think the only time he actually occurred any deaths was in Game 2.
I don't think he died in the first game.
No, I don't believe so either.
Oh, locking, what do you have for me? Oh, he didn't even die in game 2. He did not die once.
Oh, he didn't die in Game 2 either?
He went 508 in game 1, 604 game 2, 1207 game 3.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to be a better marksman, play safe. Even if you're losing, you can still play safe. Whenever you die, remember, it's your fault if you die.